Hi, and welcome to Mile High Flood District's Bioretention Media Mix Calculator webinar. This is a step-by-step guide for suppliers and reviewers of our bioretention media mix specifications and provides a method to actually mix media to meet those specifications. So what we're going to cover today, we want to provide some background and purpose on what the bioretention media mix calculator is and how to use it. Got two options there. One option is putting together that theoretical mix ratio with sand and topsoil that meet the specifications. Second option is you have the mix and it has been tested and you're comparing it to our specification perhaps in the field or once it's been mixed. A little bit of background, Mile High Flood District updated our criteria for the bioretention media in March of 2024, along with a wholesale update of Volume 3, Chapter 4 around SCM, treatment SCMs. And bioretention systems are systems that filtrate water, stormwater, and through media to remove pollutants before discharging to the stream or the sewer system. And here's our updated bioretention media specifications. So we updated our particle size distributions to have a little bit less sand of 70 to 80%, 5 to 25% silt, and 5 to 15% clay. We also added more guidance around removing gravel before doing the gradation and a threshold of gravel that is allowed. Additionally, organic matter of 1 to 5% by dry weight. We've got some pH, salinity, and nitrate and phosphorus ranges that the media should fall within based on chemical testing. And for that phosphorus option specifically, you need to understand your pH to understand which method you're going to use, either Olson or Malick. So what is the calculator? And this workbook is really to provide a simplified way to evaluate different ratios of topsoil to sand. And once these are combined, they could theoretically meet the MHFD criteria. You're still going to need to test after these theoretical mixes are put together, with the actual material. And so option 1 located in the workbook is finding that theoretical mix ratio. And so in this case, you're given a topsoil and need to determine what mix ratio would develop into a bioretention media. So you've got your topsoil sampling analysis and your sand sampling analysis, and you're going to mix those two together to get ratios that meet the specification. And so here is a visual of that. You're going to take your topsoil, screen out your gravel, and then you're going to take your topsoil and blend it with sand until the appropriate ratios are meet the specification. And so just a little more on how you enter into the workbook. You're going to be having inputs in the orange cells. The green cells are going to be the calculations that let you know when a ratio will fully meet the criteria. And so you can see on that last column, it says, can this mix meet the bioretention media properties? We've got like 4 or so options in this example. Down at the bottom, it's going to populate yes if you have media that will meet the specification, and then you're going to populate with the topsoil to sand ratio that you want to use. So you can select that and display what your selection will be or is. And so we have a an example in the criteria that, or sorry, in the spreadsheet that you can look at. There is an analysis from the lab for some topsoil, and that is entered in with the workbook, and so you can kind of see how that plays out from a results and calculation standpoint. Moving to option 2, this is where an engineer, reviewer, inspector, potentially on site, has a bioretention mix and is just trying to check that against the specification in chapter 4. And so this is going to require a soil sample analysis of that final bioretention media. And that's why we say with the mix and the first portion of the spreadsheet that it's theoretical, because we do need that kind of final testing to ensure that it complies prior to installation. And so again, this is the option for that mix. It was mixed prior to the final mix, and then we're going to test that. And so here's just an example of what you would be doing here. You're essentially just going to enter the test methods, the units, the values, and check that it meets the requirements in that requirements column. And so it's just more of a quick visual check that those two values match up. And that covers our bioretention media mix calculator. Hope this has been helpful to you. For questions or further information, you can visit our website at www.mhfd.org, or you can email myself at CowenCowen@mhfd.org.